Hi guys, Matt from the Big River here. Got an order of fish and an order of reptiles. Got another order of fish coming tomorrow. Held off saltwater till next week. Lots of cool stuff. Just did reptiles a couple of weeks ago, but I just had to have more because I always have to have more. First thing out of the box is a very beautiful snake. This is a Baik green tree python, and you say it's not green, it's yellow. It's baby phase and yellow. It's already starting to do a little bit of fade to green. Very, very beautiful snake. Ornery, but very beautiful. All right, next thing up we have, oh look, he's hiding under here. This is an armored skink. Red-eyed variety. There's two varieties, the white-eyed and the red-eyed. The red-eyeds are the more sought-after guys. They don't always ship well, but this guy looks like he shipped fantastic, so great for that. Next up is a whole bunch of spiders. Let's see if we can let them all out. No worry, they're in vials. These are baby Caribbean Versacolors, or your Antilles Pete Toes. Got a nice big batch of those guys in because we've been having a hard time getting them, and boom, we have them. So nice, decent price on those. Actually, a good price on those this week. Next up is Baby Monster. This is baby blue tongue skink. Got one sub-adult back there. Got a couple babies in today. Good price on both, actually. Then next up is bugs. I love my bugs. These are blue death feigning beetles. We've got some black ones. Now we've got some blue ones, and actually, great price on those too. Got those on sale. Got some crested geckos in. Got a couple more lily whites because the other ones were so popular last time. Just had to get some more. So great looking crested geckos. And then we got another variety of geckos. They said assorted morphs. There's a nice flame. That looks almost brindley. Here's pretty standard morph. Yeah, you got a tail. I was like, what? Is he missing a tail? No, he's just all cocked in there, silly. So a nice group of crested geckos. Next up is some more spiders. This is a green bottle blue. I'm a little disappointed that I'd ordered some Choco Golden knees and they are not coming. But everything else I asked for is, I've got, let's see, this is Samapoias irmani, which is a sun tiger. And I've got a couple of those. And I thought I had, I don't see the Vietnam blues either, so we may have got zeroed on those two. A couple of things we ordered did not make the trip, or did not get shipped, but everything that came made the trip. This is some frogs. These are, again, a baby monster, pixie frog, or your African bullfrog. You're gonna get size of a cantaloupe. And then we got a whole bunch of Pac-Man frogs. Got a special on Pac-Man frogs this week. So there we go. Various colors, all kinds of Pac-Man frogs. So frogs, spiders, lizards, snakes. Oh boy. All right, that's our reptile order for this week. And now the fish. All right, first up in the fish box, we have something with fins. I'm gonna bet it is, looks like Emerald Dwarf Rasboras. Had somebody asked me to bring some in for them and realized we were out and I didn't know it, so got those guys in, got a nice big batch, good price. Next up are gold grammies, sold out of those last week, so we restocked on those. Remember, they'll be a pretty good sized fish, so not a 4-inch fish, those can be 7. Here's some hatchets. Not a lot been available in hatchets recently, but we're able to get some marble hatchets. Also got another variety in the bag somewhere. Here are some dwarf grammies. These guys are the small guys. When we say dwarf, like 3 inches, not 7, like the gold grammies. Next is cardinals. Cardinal tetras for your Tetra Special. Buy 4 or more, get 25% off. Big cost. You got to subscribe to our channel. As long as you do that, we'll give you the special, standing special on our tetras. Here's something I haven't been able to get for a couple weeks. This is Synodontis lucipinnis, or the dwarf petricoli catfish. One of my favorite recommends when somebody's like, well, I want a cute little catfish, and I don't care what tank you have, they'll go in it. They won't eat your baby guppies, and they can handle an African cichlid tank. So very cool fish. Black neon tetra, been out of stock on those for a minute. Also part of our tetra special. And buy 4 more, get 25% off. Blue dwarf grammy male, powder blue. I don't look very powder blue. They look more like royals, but nice looking either way. Royal blue, powder blue, flames. Gosh, come in a couple different varieties of colors. They're all the same fish anyway. Brazilian ram. This is a fish I've never had. Microgeophagus maculoculata. I'm completely unfamiliar with this. This is, it does kind of look like a cross between a Bolivian ram and a German ram. So there you go. Very cool. I can't wait to see what those guys look like in a tank. All right, next box. I'd say same as the first, but it won't be the same as the first because it'll be a whole different group. Let's see who comes out of the box. Big bag. Let's get that one out of there. Corys. God, I love Corys. A lot of Corys on this order. Bronze Cory. This is your regular green Anea. Best-selling Cory in the house, maybe, except for maybe a couple other types that we have that we sell a ton of. This is a type that we don't get very often. This is the ambicus or the spotted Cory. Haven't had those probably a year or two, so very cool Cory. Uh-oh, flat bag. You did make it okay? Yeah, looks fine. That's red pigeon checkerboard discus. Got lots and lots of prefixes and suffixes on that name, but that's what it is. Oh wow, those are huge. These are Neolampologus multifasciatus. Usually we get them about that big, and they came in, some of them anyway, came in very big. Those are shell dwellers. We had a big colony going, and we had a little misunderstanding, and somebody pulled all my shells with all the babies in them. That was kind of a disaster. Panda Corys, another one of our most popular Corys. Gotta have them. We restock those almost every week. More cichlids, lots of cichlids on this order. These are the Golden Mayora. Looks like they had 3 of them. I ordered 6. They gave me what they had. The Bacortes, the other scientific name, species name on those anyway. Okay, so here are some more tetras for the Tetra Special. Neon tetras, buy 4 more, get 25% off. Here's another bag of them, because we got lots of tetras for the Tetra Special. Here's another flat bag of discus. It looks like, other than being upside down, it looks like he did okay. Nice full pattern on him. He's kind of an orange rather than a bright red, but gorgeous. Nice. Checkerboards, I love them. They're in the pigeon group, so you got to watch them for peppering. But very, very nice fish. Seems like our discus sales are ramping up again. They kind of come in seasons when people are ready to ramp up and take care of them. Remember, your discus are a high maintenance fish. It takes a lot of time to do all the water changes to do well with them, but if you're up for it, fantastic fish. More Corys, get the peppered Corys or the Paleatus. I told you a lot of Corys on this order. Paleatus like cooler water. Here's another tetra. This is an African tetra, the red-eyed tetra. Just a small group of those guys to restock us. Not a very popular tetra, but honestly I think they are really, really interesting. They don't have the long fins like the Congo, but they're a little faster. Cool fish. Something totally different. Zebra autos. Been out of those for a minute. Haven't been able to get them, so we got them in. Regular autos. Autos in general have been a little bit spare the last couple months, so happy to have those. Great for brown algae, eating algae off your plants. So gotta love your autos in your planted tank. Here are some somewhat smallish Singapore shrimp. Apparently season on those has changed because now we're getting in little ones instead of big ones. I haven't had these in a minute either. These are clown plecos. One of our favorite inexpensive small plecos. They only get about yay big, full sized, so they're not going to outgrow even your small tank. They're not a very good algae eater, to be honest, but they're very cute. Pinstripe Panac is another L-numbered pleco, which we usually stock and have been out of for at least a month, so happy to be able to offer those again. Good price on those too. Another ram, one we're more familiar with. These are the golden rams, or the German gold rams. When they call them a German gold, it's because they were developed and bred for color in Germany. They're obviously from the Amazon. Pictus cat, these are the Pimodilus pictus, one of the most popular catfish in the hobby. Remember, they actually get pretty big and they'll eat small fish, but if you have the appropriate tank for them, they're beautiful. They'll run around in a school, get pretty good size, and overall a great choice for the right tank. A terrible choice for a small community tank. All right. Next up, we have bags and bags and bags. Let's see, one electric blue Jack Dempsey. I don't bring a big bunch of these at a time because they are sensitive and don't always ship well, so we'll bring in a few of them when we can. Speaking of which, a giant fish. This is the Parachromis dovi, which is the wolf cichlid, one of the bigger, most obnoxious cichlids you can get your hands on. Gorgeous if you have the right place for them. Terrible for a community of any sort. They will kill anything. Red wolffish, little guy. We've gotten them in as much as 3 times that size. Wolffish are usually do best as a species. You can put them in with non-cons, with as long as you don't put them with other wolffish. You can put them with other big fish, but then they hide. Rocket gars, South American gar they'll call them also. Those guys, I got a couple of them in here somewhere. I can't find the other one. They'll show up when I least expect it, but those guys get about that big. They're a replacement for like needlenose or alligator gars, which aren't allowed in this state. Black ghost knife, got a couple of them on this order as well. Remember, those guys will get up to 14 inches. Big fish. If you train them early, they can do a community tank reasonably well. I train them to eat off the tongs so they don't eat your little fish myself. Ornate glass tetra. I don't get these very often at all. I've had them a couple times. They actually have a little spot of color on them, but they're very clear. They're a quintessential nano fish. Very, very cool. Hard to come by little nano fish. Here are red parrot cichlids. I should have half a dozen of those in there, but that's not what come out next. Next is some pygmy rainbows. Those are the red neon rainbow, or Pseudomogol luminatus. We always keep those in stock whenever possible. Tiny. These are gold ring danios. The tin winnie. Again, nano fish. Apparently I went nano nuts this week and got a bunch of fish for our nano aisle. And here's another one. This is the Pseudomogol gertrudii, or the spotted blue-eyed rainbow. Another version of the blue-eyed rainbow. There's several different ones that claim that. Another singular cichlid. This is a turquoise cichlid, the Chronoheros umbriferius, or turquoise cichlid. Another giant fish. It'll actually get bigger than a dovi. Not quite as ornery, but it's a huge fish. On the opposite end, we have more nano fish. These are the bumblebee cichlid, bumblebee autocinculus. Really only get about that big. Tiny little auto, very, very cute pattern. Next up, we have an ornate biker, a big fish. So apparently this box is all big fish or little fish. Ornate biker gets up to 2 feet. Next thing up is some fork-tail blue-eyed rainbows, so another version of your blue-eyed pygmy rainbow. After that, that other Ajudagar I promised you, or the rocket gar. And next is some female guppies, sorted females. Got some males in another order coming tomorrow. Last thing in this box is a guinea biker, a little guy. Sometimes we've gotten these guys this big. They will get that big. Guinea bikers are actually some of the biggest ones in Sargi. They caught a 3-footer in Nigeria a few years back. It was bigger around than my arm, so that can be a very big fish. Not your average. I think your average is more between 12 and 18 inches. But all right, next up we have some more Corys. These are the skunk Corys, or Cory granti, Peru arcuatus, they'll call them. There's a couple different versions of skunk Corys. Either way, they get the white stripes, so very cool. Peru leopardus Cory, or C102, nice version of a leopard Cory. And reticulated Corys. I told you there's a lot of Corys on this order. He who dies with the most Corys wins, and that's us, for sure. Oh, here we go. Yet there's more. Laredo Corys come through very rarely. They got a really high fin on them. Very pretty little Cory. Those and the Atropersonatus are some of my favorites. And not to be done with Corys yet, we have Adolphi Corys. These are tank-raised Adolphis. Sell a ton of those guys. They used to be so expensive. Green tiger barbs. Restock on those guys. Sell a ton of those green tiger barbs, and why not? Fun fish for the right tank. Remember, they are a bit nippy. Got more of these blood parrots, little guys. Got some big ones in. A couple different batches of big ones. So those are available also. And that's that box. All right. Just one more box. Hung all the way to the end, which is not the end, because we're going to get another couple boxes tomorrow. You will be rewarded by more fish. Let's see what's in the bag. I thought it was more Corys for a second. These are Celestial Pearl Daniels. Actually, really nice size on those. Restock on those guys. Got the Celestials and the Emerald Dwarf Rasbors, which are very closely related. Pretty garnet tetras. I got these a little while ago, about a quarter this size. Really, really neat tetra. We very rarely see them. That's the garnet tetra. or pretty tetra. Next up, we got Romanos. Those are on the Tetra Special also. Got to have Romanos for your community tank. And yellowtail spiny eel. Haven't seen these in a little bit. It seems like eels are coming through right now, so we grabbed a couple of those yellow spiny eels. We have edged up on price just slightly on those. Reticulated hillstream loach, our best-selling hillstream loach by far, though we do stock as many as 8 or 12 different types of the hundreds that are out there. Roseline shark, another very good seller here. Roseline sharks get to about 4 to 5 inches, good in just about any 4-foot or bigger tank. South American puffer has been absent for a while. These are a very nice looking group of little South American, or I'll call them a bumblebee puffer, or gosh, they got about 6 different common names. All of them bespeak cool and fantastic. Some more Roseline sharks. Apparently they split the bag into 2, which is great because one of them was kind of flat. And Harlequin rasboras. Harlequins, of course, are not a tetra, but they're about tetra size. They work very well. Actually, such a small mouth, people actually put them in shrimp tanks or nano tanks. Last bag in this box is the purple pencil fish. Purple pencils and red arcs are really bright colored. Pencils are a little bit nippier than you might think for a tetra, but they are very great pairing for like your pistogrammas. That's it for this order. We'll be back shortly. And we're back. We got another couple boxes here. Should have some feeder fish, some shrimp, got some guppies, got a few other surprises. Let's rock and roll. See what we got. First thing in the box is stuffing material. Apparently they didn't have a little box. Next thing up is something that stinks. What stinks? Yeah, snails stink. Hopefully some of them are okay. I got some guppies. I got some albino dwarf frogs. I've had a bunch of people waiting for albino dwarf frogs, so got a batch of those guys in. Next up is Chinese algae eaters. These are the gold ones. Got some of the regulars the other day. More snails. Got zebras and red spot neorites this week. Next up is Corys. These are the Cory Pant Now. I was able to get these for a lot better price. Only like 40 bucks a piece instead of 80 bucks a piece. Cory Pant Now is, or Albertine Cory, the reticulated Pant Now Cory. One of the rarest Corys on the market, and of course I need them because that's what I need. These are swordtail guppies. Haven't had these in a little while. Looks like some of them didn't make the trip. Swordtail blue guppies, kind of cool. They're an Indler mix of some sort. Next is Daisy's blue rice fish. I haven't had those. I got a couple of them came in on some plants as eggs. We raised them up, but other than that, I haven't had those in a little while too. Here's more snails. Oh, I got some thorn neorites too, so little spiky shelled neorites. Who are you? Oh, it's a baby puffer. That's a itty bitty monster in the making. Fahaka puffer baby. You're gonna be 18 inches full size. So remember, very big. Feeder guppies. A couple bags of those. And that's that for that box. You can go ahead and stack these over here. Oops. Alrighty, next box. What is in this box? Looks like these are all the feeders. I had special order on some feeders this week. Not all feeders, some other stuff too. Let's see. Extra large Amano shrimp. Those are always fun. Giant shrimp. I love the oxymoron. That's ghost shrimp. Another order of those guys in. Been able to keep those in stock for the most part. Red crystals I have not been able to keep in stock. Either they come in not in great shape or they fly out of here, one of the two. So get those while you can because they've been hard to get. That's some red cherry shrimp. Big batch of those guys. Should have a lot of shrimp on this order actually. Yeah, red rillies, another version of your red cherry shrimp. Red rillies are really cool, of course with the white stripe on them. Anybody else in here? Looks like the rest are all feeders, just feeder goldfish. Next box will be feeder goldfish also, and probably some more shrimp. Alrighty, just a couple other things here. Got more feeders in this box, of course, and then we got some Bloody Mary shrimp, because one kind of red shrimp is not enough. 4 types of red shrimp are not enough. We gotta have 5. And large Amano shrimp. Didn't get any small ones because we still have a good stock on those. But that's it for this week's order. We got shrimp, fish, feeders, all kind of cool stuff. See you soon.